Look, man.
Yo, read
Come
this.
here, man.
Read this right here, man. Look. What it say? When the generation falls, and it's time for the young ones, the witches on our backs got us attacked in a dungeon.
When the Antichrist comes, I'ma be the one beating the drums. Stab him with a spear, make him bleed from his lungs. But cursing me when I was young, they put a spell on my peoples, so my whole generation would go crazy. Starting with my grandmother's kids, she had 15, put 1 and 5 together to make 6. Born in the cocoon on the back steps of the Matrix. Till they unplugged my head, I couldn't walk or say shit. My mom's told me I used to scream in my sleep, cause when I close my eyes I see a witch reaching for me with a black veil over her face. This was the same witch that cursed my family to go insane back in the days. And she's still here, somewhere in the south, sitting in the wheelchair with a picture of me on the shrine with pins in my eyes. With all my family around me, aunts, uncles, and cousins with all of their date of birth. Even my dead loved ones with my grandparents' picture at the top of the shrine. With a chain on them symbolizing the lock on the mind. And every 2 or 3 years, 2 or 3 of us die, triggered by evil rays that was planted inside.
Cursed at birth, even before I came to this earth. Doomed to live a life of heartaches, pain, and hurt. They say you gotta go through hell before you reach the heavens. So if I don't make it before I die, I leave this message.
This message is written in blood from a real life which I've been touched as I sit and stare at an old family picture of us. Feeling sick to my gut, the pieces I'm picking them up. Remember being a kid when my aunt spit it to us. She said it started in Louisiana during the Mardi Gras. A man named Emil met a woman named Juanita who had a friend named Levita who tried to steal a mill after Juanita became pregnant with a fetus. Shortly after the baby came along they broke up, cause Juanita seen Levita and the stomach was swole up. She was 6 months engaged to be married to Emil. Still Juanita felt that the love was real. After that baby was born, he looked it in his eyes and couldn't explain the strange feeling he felt inside. The baby's eyes was redder than a hellfire. Before he left, he placed the baby in a bed by her, leaving a note saying he was leaving it for Juanita, which she read after she woke up from having the high fever. She was burning up, the doctor couldn't explain it then, and couldn't figure out why she named the baby Sin. She suddenly realized that she hated men, and she would get even with Emil for what he did to them. She buried these personal things in the backyard, smeared blood on his picture, and put a curse on his drawers.
A curse was made to be broken. These words that was written, it was made to be spoken. A child was born to be chosen, to lead them away from the smoke and this hell that they was thrown in.
By now, Emil and Juanita was married with 6 kids, living in Bogalusa in the suburban district. While Emil worked in steel mills to pay the bills, Juanita took care of the house out in the hills. In 1951, life couldn't have been sweeter between the two. Emil never really mentioned Levita till one day a letter came with no return address. After Juanita read it, the letter burned to ashes. The letter read, all the kids you bear are gonna go insane, and they kids too, and this I swear. By then my grandmother was pregnant with child number 7. My father, they named him Alan, had 6 more siblings. A lot of strange things started happening. For some reason my grandpops knew Levita was at it again, so they packed up the kids and headed east to Jersey City, where my grandpops got ordained on a clergy committee. Lived in the projects with 3 rooms and 13 kids. After the last 2 came, the oldest had to work for this. But coming from a slower part of the country to a big fat city, real quickly things got ugly. My uncles and aunts started doing drugs and drinking, linking up with low-life companions, caught in the cesspool sinking. I'm thinking on the day I was born, I was sworn to be the one to break the curse that was put on the drawings. I found some old pictures my grandpops hid in the chest in the basement of Levita, and the kid that he left, one had Levita's name on it, and the key to the riddle is Levita spelled backwards means a devil.